Oopsie doopsie 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 doops. It's time for a super bloom. Quick, boys and girls. What the hell am I doing in Valdraken? Welcome in, boys and girls. Good morning. Welcome. Let's not miss the super bloom nice and early. We got some stuff to do. Let's start the stream off nice and quickly. What's my coffee wake? Coffee wakes, coffee makes. Clearly can't even talk this morning. How are we all doing though, boys and girls? We good? We excited? Race to world first is going to start soon. Well, I say soon. Team NA are going to need to do their thing. Wake up, have reset, all of that sort of good stuff. We are yet to get a dream infusion. Let's grab ourselves some of these. Now, do we need bubble blowgun or potent lily thingy? Bubble blowgun. No, that's the special encounters. Oh, damn, where's it gone? Why is it not tracking the right quest? Here we go, Fruit of the Bloom. Bubble blowgun we need. Bubble blowgun. There's an achievement for picking up all of these, you see. This is where I'm trying to do it. And we do need Feral Overflow still. There's an achievement attached to that. Right, okay. Okay. Time to go, Mr. Super Bloom. Do your thing. Today, I really need to get the enchanting recipes. That's my main goal for today. I feel I've left this a little bit late in the week. The enchanting recipes, as far as we're aware, are most easily acquired by just gathering some treasures. So hopefully we should be good there. We should be good. This dude is probably ready to hit renown 16, 17, probably not 18 on reset. We'll see. There's some shenanigans going on, by the way. I've heard about the seed exploit. Do I think that it has been enforced strongly enough? My answer is no, but something is definitely better than nothing. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. Yeah, I suspect a lot of the race to world first guys are probably sat on renown 8 this morning, which is quite funny. In my opinion, if you are actively choosing to exploit in a video game, you should be banned from said video game, but apparently Blizzard's soft, so we'll see. Right, 166, Feral Overflow. Is it Bloom Man groups? Yeah, here we go. During the Super Bloom, use the Feral Overflow power to summon a powerful Feral Umberhide 10 times. How are we doing, Speaker Spell? Welcome in. Good morning. So yeah, today's mostly going to be spent playing on the Paladin, I reckon, who's my enchanter, as I think it would be smart to have access to those new recipes going into tomorrow at the very least. Playing ads? I have already played some ads. I actually need to maybe need to do something about that redeem, to be honest, because the ads are actually a little bit out of my control nowadays. Twitch automatically plays 3 minutes of ads, and I've told it to do so that when anybody joins the stream, they're not bombarded with ads. That's the very first thing. It keeps pre-rolls at bay. I'm not very good at keeping up with emotes and the channel point redeems and stuff. I know that's a weakness of mine.
Stay with us, old timber. We need you awake.
Is that number going up? Okay, so we have summoned one. We should be summoning another one, I think, in a minute. All going to plan. Nicely to plan. I'm wondering if we can get the the enchanting recipes relatively quickly. I have been in the zone a little bit on my paladin, so he's kind of introduced himself to the Emerald Dream already. So maybe we can just fly around and farm treasures and hope that that's good enough. Has anybody had much success with getting the... Or should I say, how long did it take people roughly on their enchanter to get recipes? I'm sure quite a few of you have already done it. I'm late to the party. I got them within a couple of hours just casually doing treasures. That's good to know. It's good to know that they're not too painful to get. Roughly an hour. Oh, that's alright. That's fine. We can do roughly an hour. That should be absolutely fine.
Magic within the dream fruit will fill you with power.
Which ones do we still need then? Well, we definitely need Mighty Roar. I can see it on my list, so we'll have that one. Memory of Ursoc. Your attacks have a chance to recall a memory of Ursoc, inflicting a whole bunch of damage to enemies within 15 yards of the target. We need Memory of Ursoc. We'll have that one. That's an epic one. That's cool. I also realised, you know, I didn't think about this too much, that these buffs actually continue on after the Super Bloom as well. Meaning that they're incredibly powerful buffs for just, like, being in the zone, killing world quests and stuff. Even if you're not actually willing to compete with the Super Bloom, you should probably go get these buffs every hour anyway. Just because it means for half your time in the Emerald Dream, you're going to be running around, like, really quite powerful. I started a fresh new Goblin Mage. Have too many Alliance tunes. It would be nice to have the Horde experience. I'm still getting used to the Horde experience, if I'm honest. It was at the beginning of Dragonflight I switched most of my active playtime to Horde characters. I did a bunch of faction changes. I moved a bunch of my characters over to to Draenor, which is a Horde prominent server. Yeah, it still confuses me how infrequently I end up in Stormwind. Why am I getting... What's going on here? One of my add-ons is going absolutely bananas. I've got like nameplate 1, nameplate 9, nameplate 8, nameplate 5, nameplate 11 in my chat channel. What's going on here? I need to remember to update add-ons every day at the moment. A lot of them are clearly broken. Sounds like forgotten debug code. Yeah, it might have something to do with Platter, maybe? I'm not sure. That's Platter's what's doing my nameplates, I think. If I remember correctly. Is my coffee ready? Oh, I'm in absolute dire need for coffee this morning. I've just realised as well, it's nearly 1 year to the day since the most almighty goblin gold making opportunity ever existed. Almost 1 year to the day, we were printing gold with rank 7 legendaries. Hey, there we go. Blue Man Group. There's one of the achievements done and out of the way. Love that. My achievement points are still pretty tragic, you know. 25,000 experience achievement points. I played this game since before achievement points were even a thing. Lots of nils in my chat now. What's going on? So one of my add-ons is going bananas. What are people selling tier 3 crafts for, and what's the temperature on that market? My answer to that is always sell them for as much as you can get away with. The reality is people that want those tier 3 materials crafted may not necessarily have many options, right? If somebody has approached you, or you have approached them to craft something, pick a big number. The worst they can say is no. Then they have to find somebody else who can make it for them if they choose not to do it with you. And also, let's not forget, these are players that are not short on gold. So, you know, I'd start big, like easy 50k. Easy 50k. Somebody turns around and says no, then, well, you tell them to go get their entire tier 3 set and learn the patterns then. You know, it's one of those. It's, they can chance it on a public order, but there might not be anybody even on your realm that does it. You know, this is the thing. It's the art of the deal. The art of the deal. Know your position. Know your strength. If you have the ability to make those items because you've already completed your tier 3 set, you are one of very few people. And it's a negotiation, right? You say 50k, they say no. You ask them how much they want to pay for it. They say 10k. You go, well, how about we do it for 20? Everybody's happy, right? That's literally the art of negotiation. I'll do it if you sub to my Twitch channel. Oh god. I know that there are streamers that do that, right? You know, not necessarily the crafting thing, but I've seen that, like, people sell carries for subs and stuff. I don't know what the legitimacy behind that is and whether it's, like, aggressively frowned upon. It feels sleazy to me. I'll boost you if you sub to the channel kind of thing. It seems like an easy way to launder RMT. I'm sure it's a bannable offense as far as Blizzard are concerned, but at the very same time, like, if you're a small enough content creator, with Blizzard even watching, I don't know. Seems like RMT with extra steps, but it seems like RMT with less steps. That's the problem. That's the problem. It seems like there's less steps. You hit the sub button, I invite you to the group, and then we run through said dungeon. Job done. You know, Blizzard haven't completely outlawed boosting, but I think what they have outlawed is selling boosting for anything other than gold in game. Or obviously you can do it for free, but you could prioritize subs to be, you know, you could prioritize subs if you're putting a raid together. You could prioritize subs to join, maybe. I don't know. It seems a bit kind of bit sus. Beer Goblin, gotcha. Yeah, it's the simple art of negotiation, right? You have something that somebody else wants. They want it off you because they can't get it anywhere else. There's only one way that you have the ability to press that button in the first place, and that's by spending an outrageous amount of gold on your tier 3 set in the first place. So it's only fair that you charge something for that initial, arguably investment. Everybody has the ability to do that themselves if they wish, but you know, it's 4 or 5 million gold if you just go out there and buy it. Somebody wants you to do it. Cough up. Right. Should we go do this, dude? I suppose we probably should do the rare. Bit of reputation, why the hell not? Hang on, let me go see if this rare's spawned or not yet, and then we can grab a coffee. Oh, world quests. Is this world quest fixed yet? Do we know? Whoops. Overshot. Oh yeah, this is the silly rope one, isn't it? Oh, do you have to pick a rope that's not been roped? I see. Yeah, one thing I've seen with crafting orders for a lot of people is they are almost paralyzed by the fact that they might either offend somebody or somebody might say no. You're not doing somebody a favor here. You're providing a service to them. Like I said, pick the price. Pick a big number. Should always your first quote. You should always quote a big number first. The worst that's going to happen if you quote a big number first is that they turn around and say no, and that's conversation over. Pick more than what you would want is kind of the rule here. Pick more than you think is actually more than what you would want to do it. So if you're happy, you know, filling work orders for 20k each, start at 50, because occasionally somebody will go, all right, and all of a sudden you've made 50k. If you start at 50 and they say no, then you ask them quite simply, well, how much do you want to pay? Oh, well, can we do it for 20k? And you go, all right, we'll do it for 25. Then all of a sudden, you know, we'll meet in the middle. It's not even meeting in the middle. That makes it sound like you're doing them a favour. If they throw at you the old, oh, well, you're only just pressing a button then. Okay, well, how much do you want to pay? Put the ball in their court. Oh, well, I'll give you 1,000 gold. No, sorry, 1,000 gold's not worth me even, you know. 1,000 gold is not worth me even stepping foot anywhere near. Like, it's not even worth me opening the crafting window. 1,000 gold. I get 1,000 gold for doing a world quest, mate. You know how much effort went into this? No. We'll do it for 10k. We'll do it for 10. I'll do you a deal. I'll do it for 10k if you do it now. Do it quick. All right, we'll do it for 10k. Like I said, the worst they can say is no. That's kind of the thing for me. The worst they can say is no. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt anybody. If you're a dick about it, then you're going to cause yourself a bad reputation. But if you're fair and honest about it, then no problem, right? 50k to press a button. Well, okay, how much do you want to pay? Don't take the bait, right? People always throw these objections at you. It's bait. You know, they're trying to get you to snap. Or they're trying to get you to do it for free, or that, you know, whatever the case. Oh, somebody said they'd do it for this much. All right, then. Well, how much do you want to pay? Throw it back their way. Ball's in their court to begin with, anyway. Is this a cave? Oh, it's not a cave. Oh, these buffs also persist through death. That's really clever, you know. How are we doing, Drizzling Rose? Welcome in. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're well. Have you sold all your potions yet? Before the season's already started. Both of the 2 world quests in the Dream Surge zone today. It's yeah, there was only 1 new world quest that showed up for me today. I thought they were all meant to be, like, at the same time, but they seem to be staggered. Only took 5 days to sell them all. Not surprised. I honestly feel, and it's so weird how this works now, I honestly feel like the absolute best way to do any form of goal making in this game right now is to prioritize your goal making before the patch even begins. If you can get most of your goal making done and dusted before the patch even begins, you don't have to worry too much about vast amounts of competition. You've probably got really good prices on your materials because you're buying them early enough. And it means when the actual content launches, you're free to do exactly as you please.
Your efforts have given us time to regroup. Thank you, friend.
I still have a vague plan for what I want to do tomorrow, and I hope it kind of works in my favor. I mean, if it doesn't, it doesn't, but I've risked nothing. That's my approach this time. I'm going in there with knowledge. I'm going in there with experience. I'm not going in there with a vast investment in something. I've not risked anything this time. You could argue I'm playing it way too casually because of that, but... World quest finished. Nice. What's a reasonable price for crafting rank 5 now? I need to clip my answer to this, don't I? I need to clip my answer to this and link people to it. The art of negotiation, my friend. Pick the price that you want. Tell them the price that you want. However much gold do you want for crafting that thing? You tell them that price. In fact, tell them double that price. If you want 10k to craft something for somebody, if you're happy with 10k, tell them 20. Because occasionally somebody will just go, all right, fine, and done. Additionally, somebody might turn around and say, 20k? No, that's too expensive. And you just simply reply then, well, how much do you want to pay? And then they give you a number. And if you're happy with that number, say sure and do it. If you're not happy with that number, you know, say something simple like, you know what, we'll meet in the middle. Simple negotiation. That's what it is. I had somebody a few days ago who asked me to change something on my weak aura. I then told him he's free to change it on his own, but I won't change it on the one I'm having on Wago and won't help him make the changes. Dude turned around and called me arrogant, so I just deleted his comments and went on with my day. Yeah, exactly. Like, exactly. You're playing a video game at the end of the day. Like, it's often easy to forget that, like, guild members, friends, family members, all of that sort of stuff, it's different. But most other players, you don't particularly owe them anything. You're not doing them a favor. You can be nice without being a dick, right? But no, you know, you can't... As soon as you start feeling entitled for somebody to, you know, do you a favor, then actually you're the ass. It's really simple. But unfortunately, the problem is, in the gaming industry, in the gaming sphere, it's far too easy for people to sit behind their keyboards and just be assholes, which is part of the reason why I've never really got on with the weak aura system. It's just too easy for somebody to just be a dick, and I don't enjoy playing a video game to have to fight with assholes. I've done my fair share of LFR. I'm more than experienced, more than done my fill of charity work. That's how it feels, anyway. Pre-vial sales, I had 3 million gold. Now I'm up to 7.8. It's also with some Dracothis sales too. It's good effort. That's good effort. turnover's king, right? The faster you can spend your gold and then sell something and then spend it again, as long as you're making small little profits each time, you'll be absolutely golden. Don't like working retail whilst playing a game, which is why I stay away from the crafting orders. Yeah, it's the same for me. It's not any sort of, you know, it's not through any malice or anything along those lines. It's just I don't want to play customer service rep. It's not what I consider fun in a game. It's too easy for somebody to come along and just run their mouth, and you know, I don't want to put myself in the firing line of negativity. And the problem is that sure, you get some nice people, and you occasionally get that one big, you know, you'll say 50k to somebody, and somebody will turn around and go, yeah, all right. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, whoa, cool. You get that little dopamine kick. But the problem is we're humans, we're stupid. We remember the negative interactions significantly stronger than we remember the positive interactions. I remember this from being, you know, a manager in retail, is that, you know, you would have, like, one negative comment to either a customer or an employee would be felt for a long time. And it would take often, you know, like 7 or 8 positive interactions with somebody to counteract that. We as humans just naturally absorb negative comments we take it far more to heart. You can have 100 positive comments on like a video or a tweet or something like that, and each one is, you know, it's touching, it's heartwarming, it's nice, you appreciate them, but it's that one negative one that will just ruin your day. Crafting orders is just like, it's rolling the dice. The more you do crafting orders, the more you're rolling the dice that one person's going to come along and be a dick and make you feel, feel negative, which I'm not about that in a video game. It's quite simple. Culture plays a role with that too. Even here in Denmark, in a big city, people just pay what the price is. But here in the less popular area, people try and drive the price down all the time. Yeah. You know, some people will do, like, you know, haggling's a big thing in some cultures, so it's very cultural. It's weird, right? Because for many years, I worked a few different retail jobs when I was younger, but I was mostly working in electrical retail, where haggling on the price was almost second nature. You know, somebody would say, oh, I'm buying this £1,000 TV. Will you do me a deal on it? And I'm like, what do you mean do you a deal on it? It's a £1,000 TV. It says £1,000 on the ticket there. Oh, yeah, but will you do as a deal? Discount for cash. It's like all of this kind of haggling, unjustified haggling as well. It's not like you were buying 4 TVs and you were like, will you do me a deal on if I buy 4 TVs? Then there's a negotiation. Then there's something we can talk about maybe, but you wouldn't walk into a clothes shop, or you wouldn't walk into a supermarket, pick up, you know, 3 litres of milk and say to the cashier, would you do me a deal on these 3 litres of milk? What do you mean, do you a deal on 3 litres of milk? Are they on offer? No. Well, then the price is on the ticket. You know, it's just, the culture of it does kick in a lot. Okay. No mount. Sad. How many more big seeds have I got? 1 more big seed. 1 more chance at a mount. Did somebody get the Nightsaber one? Nice. I want a seed where I can plant, because I want to use my epic one. Where's the seed thing? Get paid minimum wage. I have no power here. Oh, that is often the feed. Oh, wow. Whoa. What's going on here? Okay, well, we'll put a seed in there and we'll put some dewdrops in there, but we'll go find another one. I wasn't doing this for rep, per se. I was more doing this to try my luck at the mounts. There's another seed up here. Can we claim this one? Not yet, because it's not alive. There probably should be a timer on these, right? Oh, big monkey dude. Let's go do big monkey dude. Gold buff in EU for 30 minutes. Nice. Go get your world quests done, boys and girls. Worse is when they ask for a price on 3 items, ask if they can get a discount on all, and then decide he doesn't want all, goes down to 2 and then 1 and still asks for the discount. Yeah, in that case the answer is no. Cash thing tends to work though, since stores save the credit card cut. It depends on the type of store. I worked at a big enough company where that was a no-go thing. Cash price was the same as credit card price, because what you actually don't realize is cash in bulk is charged for a similar rate as credit cards anyway. Banks don't like cash. Big stores don't like cash. There is cash handling problems, right? If you are a big store and you're dealing with a lot of cash, you then have to cover the cost of Securitas or whatever firm it is to come out and take that cash securely from you. There is charges and stuff implicated there, so this is why most stores don't do any form of discount for cash. But yeah, if you're a coffee shop on the street corner, for example, instead of paying Visa or MasterCard their 2%, you could offer a small discount, but at the same time, if you're a small coffee shop, then does it really make a difference? Realistically, the main reason the whole discount for cash thing ever existed was because it was a tax dodge. That's the #1 reason why it was a thing. Oh, well, it's, I can just reuse this cash, respend this cash without it going through the taxman first.
Are you just glad to see me? Both, I hope.
Sensi, my man, with the 16 months. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. That's busted because there's not a Dream Seed cache there. What about this one? Here's one. Yoink. I didn't put anything in this. Oh, maybe I did. Oh, well, some Drake's Crests. Still need some more Drake's Crests, actually. 53 out of 90 I've used so far. I want one where I can put a seed in. I've still got an epic seed I want to spend. And actually, thinking about it, I've got a boatload of blue ones I should probably burn through. See, blue ones I can do things like this with. Other people are trying to burn through their blue seeds as well. Enjoying 10.2 so far. This first week has been fine. Admittedly, I took Saturday and Sunday off completely and didn't play all that much on Friday. So I feel as if I've missed three days of this week anyway. So I'm still keeping myself plenty busy. I have absolutely no idea how this is meant to last us potentially a year though. Even if there is more content to come. It doesn't. Blizzard have already stated that there's 3 content patches. 3. No, what did they say? They didn't use the word patches, did they? There is 3. I can't remember exactly what Morgan said. The words are important here. He said there was 3 somethings, 3 events or something. Still to happen within Dragonflight. Updates? Yeah, there is 3 updates still to happen within Dragonflight. That does not necessarily mean patches. That means they might add something significant to keep people busy. Let's not forget that, like, Turbulent Timeways was considered an update, you know? Turbulent Timeways, it's just time walking for 5 weeks. Oh, okay, well, great. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a huge piece of content that actually appeals to you. I don't know if that's a Debbie Downer viewpoint, but it you know, it's you got to remember that they choose their words very carefully with these things. They'd have said patches if they meant patches. Did I do the Emerald? Did I do this Emerald Frenzy? I'm not sure if I did. Apparently didn't. New content's really shallow. Follow a big dude, use some seeds, look for some rares. Yeah, it's not going to keep you. It's not going to keep people busy for a long time. That's for sure. There are a couple of things. There's meant to be like a 21, 28 day daily quest chain or something that rewards a mount, but it seems to either be bugged or not active yet. There's a few more side quests that get unlocked once you have progressed further in the campaign, which might open up tomorrow, but that's still only half an hour's worth of stuff. The thing for me, did I get Piercing Touch of the Vine twice? 331 and 334. I got the same item off that dude twice. Interesting. The slight disappointment for me, and I kind of knew this before going into the patch, but I kept it to myself a little bit, was that these side quest chains don't seem to lead anywhere. You often think about a side quest chain as something that is, you know, something you do to keep yourself busy that hopefully then unlocks something, another activity or a side quest, you know, something else to do in the zone. And unfortunately, they were just utilized solely as a way for people to get a big chunky rep token at the end of it. The main and I also think that they missed a trick, right? During the PTR testing of this zone, these things, what they called super blossoms or something, seed bloom, sorry, hang on, coffee, must have coffee. Been live 40 minutes, no coffee. No gold and no coffee makes Manthieus something. Yeah, what was I saying? These seed bloom things on the PTR, they had made these seed blooms not just a once a week, here you go, complete a quest, have one. The seed bloom was a currency of itself, and it was something that every time you did an activity in the zone, you got a small amount of seed bloom. And then anything that you can currently purchase with the seed bloom, the Mog, the pets, the mounts, took quite chunky quantities of seed bloom, like 1,000 plus seed bloom, a few thousand seed bloom would get you the mount, for example. Meaning that the more time you played in the zone, it was like a very slow, very passive bad luck protection system. That if you planted a boatload of seeds and were just really unlucky, didn't get the pets, didn't get the mounts, you were still getting something out of it. You were getting seed bloom out of it. And eventually you'd rack up enough seed bloom that you could go to the NPC and cash it all in for a prize of your choosing. Which I thought was quite neat and tidy and quite elegant, and it meant that people could still continue to do something in the zone and still feel as if they were chipping away at something. But unfortunately, in true Blizzard fashion, they decided against that and just made Seed Bloom a you can get one a week job again, much like the Rifts, much like the Dream Surge, which I think is sad. As they probably also, you know, somebody internally probably also realised that, hang on, there is not so much that's going to keep people busy in this zone forever and a day. Let's make it so that at least they feel the need to come and do something in the zone once a week to get their seed bloom to very, very slowly buy all of the things they're missing off the vendor, rather than it being a way for you know, people to slowly work at something. They chose time gating. They chose time gating at the expense of what I feel would be a more fair valuation of players' time. A little frustrating, honestly, but... Hang on, there's a rare. Let's go kill the rare. In a way, this is one of the things that kind of causes more frustration to me than anything else when it comes to testing the PTR, because I see a version of the game that never gets released. And it's mighty annoying when that version of the game you initially see, you feel is objectively... Hang on, you can't... That's a sentence that doesn't work. When you feel that version of the game would be a better version of the game than what actually goes live, and you can clearly see that they've chosen time gating as a way to drive engagement and to keep people busy over a longer period of time, over the system that they already designed and implemented and was quite elegant. It's just a frustration. But, you know, if you had never tested the PTR, if you'd never seen that, blissful ignorance is a thing, right? If you didn't know that they'd created a better system in the first place, it might not necessarily annoy you. In other words, I should probably shut up, because it means if you guys don't know, you're probably better off not knowing. What you don't know can't hurt you, I think is the phrase there, right? There's some things around here somewhere. What is it? Where is it? Hello? Up. Is it on here? There it is in the tree, look. Dream Energy does what you described. Oh no, but the Dream Energy system is for a different purpose, right? That's for you to get the spectral mount specifically. This Seed Bloom system was for, what's her name, Sylvia Winterbloom or something. The NPC up here that sells you the Mog appearances, where you trade in your Seed Bloom for. The Dream Energy system was always a system that was there additionally to that. Farming the Warden pattern or the potion pattern from the seeds is also a joke. Of course, I got the potion pattern on the wrong tune. How can you get it on the wrong tune? Oh, do you have two alchemists? Is that... Do you have two alchemists? Is that why... How can it be on the wrong tune? Or do you just have an alchemist with transmute, and then you just have an alchemist that has, you know, everything? Okay, I think until there's another Seed Bloom, which is actually only 15 minutes. Damn, I'm getting caught in this routine of... keeping busy for 40 minutes until there's a new Super Bloom. What's the add-on in the top left? It's called All the Things, but be very careful installing it. It's highly addictive. It basically does what it says on the tin. It shows you all of the things in the game. And so when my title is completing the Emerald Dream, what I'm actually trying to do is get everything on this list, which is monstrous. It's good if it... It's good for the fact that it shows you things that you might otherwise completely miss and might be interested in going and getting. Achievements, pets, mounts, this sort of stuff. But if you play around with it too much, it becomes very addictive. I have 120 alchemists. Okay. I forget some people go a little bit crazy with alts nowadays. ATT is nice for what it can drop from NPCs. It's Yeah, it's quite cool. I might do this, actually. We can chip away at this, actually, a little bit. The Emerald Dream Safari. Let's go get some pets, maybe. That was good timing. Before we get that, let's get ourselves a mount. I like the 1 seed bloom per week better. Get one with all of my 7 characters and be done with it, chipping away on the transmogging stuff instead of always thinking, should I continue on with the grind? But it's one of those things that allows you something to continuously... In my opinion, the way the game is structured now is that you are inevitably just in a queue or waiting for something, right? And what the seed bloom thing was good at was allowing you to comfortably fill the gaps, feeling as if, you know, okay, well, a super bloom is every hour. So on the hour, I'm going to be doing a super bloom. That's going to take me 15 minutes. That means I've got 45 minutes to kill between each one. Maybe I'll try and get a Mythic Plus done. Maybe I'll try and get a dungeon run done. Maybe I'll do some arena or something in between. But filling in all of those small little gaps, it's like, oh, I can fly around, do some seeds. Those seeds are then slowly working towards something. It creates a more... like a smoother flow of progression. This log on to one character, plant 5 seeds, and then log off that character and don't touch it again is not the style of gameplay that I would want Blizzard to promote, really, to be honest. It doesn't seem a very natural way of playing the game. And also going into the new expansion, that may not necessarily be as problematic if they are going to make vastly more stuff account wide. So we'll see. I managed to get 7.5% overall percentage in ATT since Season 2 content slowed me down a bit. I have no idea what my actual account overall is. I try not to look at that because it's scary. It is in account mode at the moment though, but that's only because I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on with it. If I take it out of account mode very quickly. Okay, actually, let's put it in account mode, but then just press the button. Yeah, it's here, isn't it? That it'll show you where your overall everything collection is. 48% of everything collected. My total playtime scary enough. I don't need ATT for an additional heart attack. Yeah, I know. That's kind of how it ends up feeling. Kind of feels that way sometimes. You can see the avenues of content that I clearly don't really do much. 6% of stuff collected from PvP. Never, ever been big on PvP. Dungeons and raids. I have a little bit of it, but that's because I did used to do dungeons and raids previously. But in more recent years, I've slowed down on doing dungeons and raids. Outdoor content, world drops, group finder stuff, achievements. This is where I've got more things. But equally, you know, considering the fact that I've played from the tail end of vanilla, I kind of should have all of the stuff. Can I kill this dude again? Or did I not get credit for killing him last time because I died? I didn't think it should show it on your map again if... I'm intrigued now. Hang on, let me make this less wham. Oh, it's 50 minutes past the hour, by the way, boys and girls. If anybody needs Whisper Bloom Sapling, it spawns now. It spawns the 50th minute of every hour and is often the last one that people need to get their achievement. The achievement for planting a seed in all of the seed spots, by the way, if that's... Didn't I start the stream today by saying I'm going to spend most of my time on my paladin and I'm going to get the enchanting recipes? It's not going very well, is it? How do I shake this inflicts nature damage business? Like that, I guess. Playing since BFA, I'm on 78%. That's good effort. That's very good effort. That's significantly more effort than I would ever be willing to put in. Oh, my poor bags. Rip my bags. Oh, I got 2 pairs of those, and neither of them do I need. Sad. I ate the most expensive peanut ever.
Let's make sweet,
hang on, what? Hang on, let me read that properly. Expensive peanut? What's this, some Salt Bay peanut or some shit? Lost fishing supplies? What is this? Shiny bauble and unstable water walking potion. Oh, well, that's maybe clever for this boss. Hang on, where was... Broke my last wisdom tooth and the extraction yesterday set me back £85. My dentist is a goblin. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. It could have, like, cracked a crown or something. Like, 85... I mean, admittedly, yeah, that's an expensive peanut. I'm not going to lie. But $85 to go to the dentist is not the end of the world. It could much easier, far more easily have been more. This is why one of my favourite foods on this planet is pizza. But if it's a hard crust pizza, I ain't going anywhere near it. To this day, I have broken 2 teeth on pizza crusts, believe it or not. So for me, pizza crust is one of the most expensive foods on the planet. I think Dracothis could crash a little bit tomorrow. I bet people have saved up a lot for tomorrow when people start raiding. Yeah, it's likely to be the case. I tend to think that if you're holding on to Dracothis right now, today is probably a better day to sell them. I do have a suspicion that there's going to be so many people that will have invested in Dracothis and will dump them all on the auction house. It could end up causing a bit of chaos. Doc Otter's here occasionally. He stops by from time to time. My ex cut his lip on a bun one time. How'd you cut your lip on a bun? Did you put razors in his bun, Drizzling Rose? Was this an attempted murder? I mean, sure. So close to 15, look. So close to 15. Not much I can do about it. I'm not about to start doing a World Quest tour just to get some Is this Emerald Frenzy up again? Didn't I just do this? Some people are just special. You got to have a very special level of special to cut your lip on a bun. Those sesame seeds are sharp, you know. Frenzy comes after every bloom. Well, I thought that originally on the PTR. That's how it tended to work. That the Emerald Frenzy was up for 10 minutes after every super bloom, and it kind of, you know, was the way that you replenished your dewdrops before going out and planting a bunch of seeds. It's like the third stage of the event per se. It's another thing that they changed from the PTR. If you actually look at my video on my channel of my overview of the super blooms, I go through and describe what like the gameplay path was, and compare that to how it went live. It's vastly different. It's surprising to see just how much they iterated on it. It was in college cafeteria. I think that batch was baked a bit long, nice golden brown, but they weren't smooth. They were hastily made and thrown in the oven, and one of the small dough hills cut him and drew blood. Oh dear. I mean, I shouldn't laugh because it shouldn't be funny, but it is a little bit. It is a little bit. They do say never trust a man with soft hands, right? What do they say about men with lips that can be cut by buns? I'm sure it's not very favourable to us. Relatively sexist stereotypes here, to be fair, but I learned a lot of bun terminology. Yeah, dough hills. Yeah. A very romantic lover. Until halfway through he has to put on some chapstick. I don't think it's entirely fun and games. Hang on. I was about to go kill the rare then. I realised I'm only 78% of the way through this. Mm, 92, kill one of you. Get the tag on this dude before he dies. There we go. Beautiful. Another plump dream seed. I'm still acquiring these plump dream seeds faster than I can use them, you know. His personality and body was very masculine, big guy. Coltiran man or 40k cosplayer. Liked that collection thing a lot too. Didn't work out between us, but I hope he's well now. Soft bun lips, not your style. I get it. I get it. Oh, this event is actually up again. Oh, it's nice to see that. I think they might have fixed this. Breaking teeth is no fun. Broke my front 4 after being knocked out and falling on your face. Ouch. My mate once had a similar experience. He fell flat on his face. He didn't break his tooth, but his tooth went through his top lip, which was mighty gross. Not to mention the concrete did a number on the side of his face. He lost a lot of skin that day. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, you should drink responsibly. Chestnut or a conker fell from a high tree, top of my head. Wife just saw me collapse and faceplant. Oh, that's also quite funny. This is, see, I have the type of sense of humor where my default humor is fat person falling over. That's the level where my brain sits at. Take from that what you will, but that's my level of humor right there, right? So something like a conker falling out of a tree and knocking you out and cracking 4 of your front teeth is just hysterical. I feel for you. I hope you. I wish you the best, but that is absolutely hysterical.
I have many lucky days. You like?
Okay, there's all my big seeds done.
Good fortune to
Oh my
us.
god, it's the super bloom time again. When it rains, it pours. I'm going to do this super bloom, and then we're going to log on to the paladin. I'm wasting far too much time doing busy work on my hunter. Busy work that's not really necessary. Getting these enchanting patterns is far more of a priority for me. Or it should be, at least. Met a flower pot, teeth first. Ouch. That's not what you want. Am I the only one that can never find where the flipping central encampment is? I have to fly around this big tree seemingly 7 times to get where I'm going. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Right. A basket of explosive acorns. That sounds fun. Do we need one of those? No, we don't need a basket of explosive acorns. Sad. Means we take the other one. Putrid propulsion. Unless, of course, we also don't need that. Oh, we don't need that either. Oh, well, then we take the epic one. What do we get from here? Feral overflow. We've done that now. Sack of talon treats. Oh, that's not even on my list. How does that work then? Offer snack to a stunned dream talon. They will give you a ride. Oh, that's boring. I'll just take feral overflow anyway then. That's more bloom. More blooms. Right, let's now go play catch up a little bit. Have not been drunk or touched alcohol for 11 years. That's impressive. I went 12 years without alcohol once. From the age of 0 to 12. It's not quite as impressive, is it? $8 mil liquid next gold event. Nice. Back to that gold cap. Gold cap incoming.
Come on, you creaky old tree.
Got my first taste of beer at 4. Well, actually, you know, there was probably that one. There's always that uncle that gives you a sip of his pint in the pub, isn't there? You learn to avoid him as the years go on, but yeah. Everybody had one. So yeah, there's probably there was I probably didn't go the full 12 years without any alcohol touching my lips, but you get the point. Men that get the speciality beers on their birthdays, everybody has to taste it. Yeah. That random stout or ale that makes you want to vomit when you're a 4-year-old child, yep.
Not again. Come on, you creaky old tree. We have work to do.
Come on, creaky old tree. You tell him. I think it sounds scary, the whole drunk thing. People tell me it's like you lose your impulse. Bitch, I'll end up killing someone. It's, I don't know. If you do it responsibly, I'm sure you're fine. Oh, I've already got one of these. Oh, I've got one at 434 already. I don't think... I mean, you don't totally lose your impulses. I think this is a bit of a myth. Your ability to make rational decisions is more problematic. But even if you get completely blackout drunk, you don't turn into a serial killer all of a sudden, unless you are one by nature anyway.
But I'm awake.
You get blackout drunk, it means you don't remember anything the day after, but at the time you were probably still a relatively normal person. All it does is it removes your ability to remember things short term. What's it? Your frontal cortex ceases to malfunction correctly, which prevents which creates short-term memory loss. Your brain just doesn't remember things that happen around you, which is why you wake up the next day and you're like, wonder what I did last night. It's unlikely to be much of a defense though in any circumstance, so drink responsibly. Ceases to malfunction correctly. Well, I suppose I probably could have put it a little bit more delicately, but I mean that's ultimately what's going on. 9 months later. There's always that, yeah. I also believe it's quite common after considerable amounts of alcohol for you know, little Jimmy not to work, if you know what I mean. Look at all that damage. Look at all them chickens. A brewer's droop. Ah, damn, I got a brewer's droop. Yeah. Makes sense.
Eternal battle. Hold those nasty vines out and choke.
I've always been the token friend to drive people home. Should give me a medal. In a way, I'm quite fortunate because Mrs. Manthieus very rarely drinks. She doesn't proclaim to be stone sober. She just very rarely drinks. Meaning in our relationship, it's always worked that similar way. I do the drinking, so yeah. Arachnid Annihilation we don't need. Mighty Roar we also don't particularly need, although I think there's a thing to do with one of these. Wake Up or the Superb Loom. Oh, we need Wake Up. Okay, we'll have that one. Grants the ability to return to life if killed. It was just a bad dream. Oh god, that sounds very me. That sounds right up my street. Where did everybody go? I'm also not familiar with the phrase Asian face. I don't think I really want to ask. As I also think it's probably quite a derogatory term. Just for reference. I can make a strong assumption to what it means. Can't drink energy drinks either? Lay in bed for hours? It's torture? You're probably just very susceptible to anything that impacts sleep then, I would guess. The biggest problem with a hangover for most people is not like anything alcohol related, it's just the sheer lack of sleep. Lack of sleep will kill you before lack of anything else. I mean, apart from maybe oxygen, but like lack of sleep will kill you within a few weeks if you do it consistently. Where you could probably not eat for a month and you'll be fine. Well, fine is maybe maybe not fine, but you'd be alive. Dehydration's the main part of a hangover. It's yeah, because alcohol's, what do they call it? There's a fancy word for this, right? Diuretic? Is that the thing? Alcohol basically causes you to need to go to the bathroom way more. Your body doesn't process fluid properly, and so you just piss it out. So even though you are consuming vast quantities of liquid, you're actually losing liquid overall, or something. I don't know. I'm no scientist. I can say enough fancy words to make people think I'm not a complete moron, but outside of that, that's about my limit. Alcohol makes you pee more. Also, alcohol may be wet, but it's not water, so it doesn't count. Well, that's true. My ex, yes, the same guy, threw up in the car one time on the way home from a party. Fuck this shit. I'm not going to this thing anymore. It's not worth it. I almost caused a car crash once when I was drunk. I wasn't driving, by the way, for reference. I had had a touch too much to drink and I was sat in the back seat. But it was a New Year's party and there was a bunch of balloons, like helium-filled balloons, and I borrowed a bunch of said balloons when we left. Took a bunch of these balloons when we left. And I was in the back with these balloons, and I just bit one. It kept hitting me in the side of the head. I bit one, and it went bang. Of course, a loud bang from behind you when you're driving. Probably not favourable. That was an interesting moment. Not my proudest of moments either. I was made to regret that one for some time. Once again, drink responsibly. I laughed so much I accidentally completed the world quest instead of logging out. Sorry, my bad. That'll teach you for optimizing. Clever use of game mechanics. Bugs like these always surprise me when I read about them in blue posts. Balloon drivers who are cataloguing Thaldraszus are now less confused and no longer send players on a very strange trip to the waking shores. Oh yeah, I remember those world quests. I didn't do them very often, but I remember, yeah, you had to, yeah, instead of being on a raft, you're up in a balloon, yeah. Any idea if you can gain experience from this by tagging mobs at level 60? Absolutely no idea. I don't know how feasible it would be to even get here as a level 60. I mean, there's the obvious ways, being summoned or portaled or something, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think that really would be a valid way of doing things. I'm sure Blizzard would have thought of that. Although, at the same time, I might be giving them a touch too much credit. Who knows? Is the Valdrakken portal only available for 70s? That's a good question. If the Valdrakken portal's there, I guess there's not too much stopping you. Give it a go. Let us know. It's the easy way. Give it a go, let us know.
Our ritual will not be stopped. Life may be fragile, but it is resilient.
Yeah, you signed yourself up for a task there. Do I know where the new world boss is located? Not a clue. The zone's not big enough for me to worry though. There'll be a fat, great big icon on the map for it. It should be fine. I wonder what the world boss is going to drop actually. Portal isn't there until you do the third quest in the 10-2 campaign. Don't think you can do the campaign at level 60. Oh, okay. That's gonna be your problem then for sure. Wow, there's an awful lot of people getting super duper bloom for completing their first bloom. Almost as if a whole bunch of people have been pushed back to Renown 8 and are now having to grind out on another character because their first character is absolutely scuffed. Question time then. Or I suppose actually maybe before we do question time we should probably assess the situation a touch. It appears... that's not what appears. No, that's also not what appears. Where's Wowhead gone? It appears that those who had been exploiting the seeds for Dream Warden's reputation are having some actions taken against them. Players have reported that seed exploits are likely being actioned with affected accounts briefly being locked and renown and rewards rolled back. This is a very interesting way of saying banned or suspended. Manthieus downloading hacks from MMO Champion again, clearly, yeah. We've received reports from multiple sources that players who used a specific exploit of Dream Warden's reputation from seeds had their accounts locked briefly and renown rolled back. Rollbacks appeared to be down to Renown 8 with any rep tokens not being refunded. Rollbacks appear to even to characters that didn't abuse the exploit. So I guess it was just an account-wide thing that you would get if you were above 8, your whole account was just rolled back to 8. Renown rewards such as the Infinite Ornament Rune and the Enchanted Worm's Crests have been removed. However, it does appear that the Renown Reputation 200% bonus is still active on their accounts, making it easy for a new character to rank up again. What do we think about this, boys and girls? I like the fact that they are taking action, but I think this is nothing more than a slap on the wrist and is vastly light-handed. I think this is very, very light-handed for what was clearly people going out of their way to exploit. Like, I am all for, like, serious level bans on this. 30-day bans. Like, this is not, you know, saying a rude word in trade chat a few too many times. This is deliberately going out there and cheating. You were gaining reputation to acquire an advantage over others. Very, very obviously deliberately. Not only obviously deliberately, but in many players' cases, they were actively and openly advertising it to others as well. I can't understand how that isn't anything but like at least a 30-day ban. Like, if you are actively showcasing, advertising an exploit, you should be taken out of the game for at least a serious amount of time. The exploit was simple. It was that you were able to repeatedly click on... There was a way to make it so you could repeatedly click on the seeds, and the faster you clicked on the seeds, the more times you would get rep tokens from the seeds, because every time you click on the seed, it was like looting it. It was like looting the seeds multiple times. People were like manufacturing themselves vast quantities of reputation from each individual seed instead of the designed 5 to 10 rep per seed. And people were doing that for hours on end and ended up at Renown 20. And it was barely something you would accidentally do either. You had to do a very specific chain of events to make it to happen. Rolling back to 8, I don't know why 8 would be a thing. Why did Blizzard choose 8? This is what I don't get. Why would 8 have been the number that they chose? Why would... Because... Why 8? Taking away the Infinite Augment rune and the Enchanted Worm's crests was absolutely necessary, but not a single day suspension for doing something like this feels very, very light-handed. Very light-handed. Because, you know, what better way to showcase you mean business, Blizzard, but to ban half of the Race to World First players? That would shake up the new Race to World First a touch, wouldn't it? That would get some attention. That, you know, if half of Echo, half of Limit got banned overnight for 30-day suspensions, that would put the cat amongst the pigeons, wouldn't it? That would showcase to people, if you fuck about, you find out. This is just like, oh, if this is all that happens, then let's go. Exploit early, exploit often. This doesn't showcase that Blizzard are going to be strict with exploits. This just shows that they're going to be softest dolphin skin. Echo grinded the good old way. I think only 2 Echo players were affected, as far as I know. Fair play. They probably don't want to ban the Race to World First now. It's such high profile. Well, there's like, you can't be showing favoritism. That's just as bad. That's just as bad. But I think generally this is very, very light-handed, especially the fact that it doesn't. If they're not taking away this 200% rep bonus, then actually it means you could probably, on reset, level a character to Renown 20 again. You could probably blast it. You could probably blast it in a day and get most of the way back to Renown 20 on a brand new ult again. complete. It takes you 4. If you are a Race to World first player, it takes you probably 4 hours to complete the zone, right? I did it in 6 or 7 hours whilst streaming, whilst pissing about, whilst wasting time, right? You could probably clear the entire zone in a few hours if you knew what you were doing. And these guys clearly know what they're doing, right? So you could bring a brand new character into this with a 200% rep bonus. Not to mention on Thursday, you're going to have the 19% bonus on top of that. You could probably zerg from 0 to 20 on Thursday in a few hours, even if you were slapped by this, if you were still, because you've still got this on your account. Honestly, I don't think the maths adds up for it. Some of them were hitting 18 to 20 day 2. 10 rep per 3 minutes doesn't add up to all the renown needed. But it's not 10 rep per 3 minutes, though, because you don't. The 3 minute timer is an illusion. You don't have to wait for the timer. You don't have to wait for the timer in any way, shape, or form. You land, you plant a seed, and then you fly to the next seed. There's no 3 minute wait. You can chain every single seed on the map as much as they like. You actually get to a point where you can't fit. You're limited by your ability to fly from one to another. Becomes more of an issue. It's more of an issue for you actually to get there than it is to you know, the 3 minute timer. Pilgrims will also give 10% rep on Sunday. Yeah, rep gain is going to be massive. There's not been any confirmation if the 19% is going to apply to the new faction, but I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. Blizzard shows favoritism every time they have devs actively monitoring the Race to World First fights. Normal guilds don't get live hotfixes within 30 minutes of encountering a bug, while normal guilds are also not encountering the bugs first. It's the Race to World First guys who are encountering the bugs. That's not really... I don't really consider that much of an argument, to be fair. They are just making sure that things go smoothly at that point. But the super light-handed approach to what is clearly advertising an exploit. Preach should be the ones jumping up and down, making a song and dance out of this, because he did something similar on stream. He streamed him taking advantage of an exploit and got slapped with a 30-day ban for it. Now he's about as high profile as it gets. So I think in the grand scheme of things, Blizzard are taking an L with this. It's a small dub, the fact that they're even, you know, doing anything about it, but it's a big L in terms of the fact that I think what they're doing is borderline a joke. But anyway. Preach gets paid by Race to World First. It's not in his interest to rock that boat. You're right. It's probably not in his interest. But I'm sure it's crossed his mind. If only Blizzard had made it non-farmable in the first place, we wouldn't have had the stupid problem. I know Dorky was streaming the seed exploit and they even had a copy pasta making fun of it in chat because he wouldn't be banned. That is ludicrous, right? That's ludicrous that people can be so flippant about a level of confidence knowing that they are seemingly above the rules. Is like I said, it's not the image you would want the developers. If there's one thing that you would want to do as a game developer is to have, you know, to be well known for you fuck about, you find out. Because it generates integrity. It gives people trust in you. It, you know, all of this sort of stuff does. When people look at them, oh, you roll them back to 8 and then nothing really happened. Then that's not good. That's good, not good mojos. Oh, hang on, please, old boys and girls. Right, sorry boys and girls. The wife wanted to say hello before she had to leave the house. I still need to change the topic of conversation because I don't want to bitch and moan about Blizzard being softies too much. I still need the new recipes. Enchanted Aspect Streaming Crest, Enchanted Worm Streaming Crest, and Enchanted Whelpling Streaming Crest. Now, to my understanding, all of these are sourced from treasures in the new zone. So what we can probably do is haul ass over to the new zone, keep ourselves busy over there for a while, and make sure we hit up as many treasures as we can until we got them all. That's the plan. That's the plan, at least. Plans usually work, but not always. What have we got? We've probably got lots of world quests, lots of quests. We can do lots of stuff to keep ourselves busy, for sure. This dude hasn't really done much in the new zone, apart from a few of the weekly things. Renown 4. I have actually... Oh, I thought I did. Oh, maybe I didn't save the rep tokens. Maybe I couldn't be bothered. I have no incentive to level the rep on alts anyway. No reason to level the reputation, particularly on alts. So maybe then we just get our dream infusions. That could be a handy one to stock up on a little bit. And let's maybe chip away. Should we just do a lap or two for whenever we've got seeds on hand? We should just do a lap or two. Oh, I also ran around yesterday on this dude and I picked up my 2-piece 450 set of tier, as I thought it'd probably smart to do on a couple of characters. Why not? Why not? Let's go kill the rare. Race to World First isn't something that Blizzard came up with. It's artificially created by players. If players choose to exploit to get to World First, they should be punished. Yeah, I'm of the same opinion, honestly. I do not feel that any... You know, let's look at it from the perspective, right? The Blizzard always gets such... Blizzard are already fighting a negative vibe of that half the player base seems to think that they make the game for the 1% anyway. And it's when they do things like this that only goes to strengthen that viewpoint of players. So you mean the Race to World, half the Race to World first guys are actively seen streaming and advertising an exploit, and they get up like basically 90% away with it? It's like, what? I know I said I'm changing the conversation here. I clearly lied, but this sort of stuff gets to me. It frustrates me wildly. Because like I said, it's an integrity thing. It's an integrity thing. Blizzard are meant to be the ones that set the rules and enforce the rules. It's the same with botting, right? People get so frustrated with the botting situation, as they feel that Blizzard are infrequently doing what they could or what they should do. And the situation with bots is obviously like clearly different, but it's still a form of cheating in the game. I'm dead, aren't I? I don't like this Ray, you know. It tends to kill me. We love Manthieus, don't worry. I don't mind Manthieus coming out occasionally. He just needs to not be the main show. That's the way I think of it. Oh, I tell you what, this probably shows all the nuts. Let's put all the nuts on screen, and we can just go on a nut hunt. All I got from this whole thing is that you should always exploit if the Race to World first peeps are. There's going to be zero repercussions. Well, this is it. It teaches the wrong thing. It vastly teaches the wrong thing. It's showcasing to the wide audience that this is why the repercussions for advertising an exploit are seemingly significantly worse than what they would be for doing the exploit in the first place. Because if you do the exploit, you gain an advantage for you. If you advertise the exploit, you provide the ability for quite genuinely thousands of people to also take advantage of it, which causes vastly more problems. This is why Preach got himself a 30-day ban rather than just like a slap on the wrist, right? If you were caught doing the exploit, slap on the wrist, but he got a 30-day ban for it, not because of doing the exploit, but because he advertised the exploit. That was the main justification for his length of ban. So for the Race to World first guys to get nothing, oh, well, Preach didn't get banned for this. Preach got banned way back in the day, right? This was back in BFA. He took advantage of a leveling potion exploit, where you could almost indefinitely stack the leveling potions and use that to level up a bunch of his characters. The problem was he advertised it and was openly doing it on stream, and so the repercussions of him doing that, if he'd just done it and kept it to himself, would have probably been like, you know, a 7-day ban, but it was increased to a 30-day ban because he advertised it. It was considered advertising the exploit to be more problematic than just doing the exploit in the first place. And so all these Race to World First guilds streaming them, okay, I've got to be careful here. I'm not deliberately labeling anybody, but all of these streamers streaming themselves doing the exploit, there is, you know, why were they not banned? Preach also had a paid trip to Blizzard for the 8.2 announcement cancelled as well as the ban. Well, yeah, this is it. It you know, in the grand scheme of things, Preach looks back at it and thinks that the 30-day ban was, you know, the lightest part of it. It nearly completely destroyed his reputation with Blizzard. Probably had hidden knock-on problems for a lot of time. And like I said, the vast majority of the weight of the ban was because he advertised it. He didn't just do it and keep it to himself. He actively advertised it via streaming. Which is exactly what all these people have recently been doing with this seed exploit. Typical now, I'm on this dude, I can't find any flipping treasures. Ooh, flight point I've not got though. Yoink.
Enemy forces are once again gathering their strength.
I suppose we might as well go kill the rare, I guess. Where is the rare? It's up here, isn't it? Hello? Am I on a dead realm? I can't be on a dead realm. There's no flipping... There's no treasures up. Never mind being on a dead realm. I'm dead. Oops. I got my third by killing the rares. Oh, well, then I definitely want to kill these rares then if they also have the chance of dropping it. Dancing Dream Blossom trinket. I was keeping an eye on Super Bloom time. 15 minutes for a Super Bloom. I don't know if the Super Bloom awards them, but might not be a terrible idea to do it all the same. I got all my crests from the Super Blooms. Okay, well, in that case then, I'm just going to continue doing all the things in this zone and hope that we get them sooner rather than later. I should not have left this till Tuesday, to be fair. But, you know, preparation is key. Contracts like the Scarlet Pimpernel. I've not tried to get the contract either yet. Hey! Enchanted Worms Dreaming Crest. There's the first one. There's the first one. You saw it here live, boys and girls. Is this an upgrade for us? I imagine it probably is. Yep. Okay. Right, let's go find some treasures for a few minutes then. Haha! Exploration achievement. Don't mind if I do. Maybe plant a seed or two while we're here. No reason not to, I suppose. Come back to that in a minute. Whoops. I forget you can't fly through the seeds. Oh, I do need to bring my druid over here, actually. Not that I particularly actively play a druid, but there's a whole bunch of druid-related stuff. So, you know, the theory is I probably should. You give a gigantic seed once you've been played with a few times. So, off you go. I'll follow you. For a bunch of druids of the flame, a lot of them sure are blood elves. Druids for all, you took away a raid tier for this, just Drizzling Roses lost the plot. Do we think we're going to see druids for all by the end of the expansion? I reckon we might, you know. I reckon there's room yet for more crossover. Pretty sure of it. Are you suffering blood loss from a renegade bun? This is why I'm sometimes cautious about what I share on stream and what I don't, because I do kind of forget that you guys are like elephants. Some of you never forget. The Dorito dust incident, for example, is one I still haven't lived off to this day. I think Paladin for all base races is more likely, less art assets animations. Maybe. What accident a man needs to know? If you know, you know. There's a reason I don't eat Doritos on stream, put it that way. Come on, you bird. For a bird with wings, you're incredibly slow. For a bird with wings, you could definitely move faster. I'm hovering on a broomstick 3 times faster than you, Flappy Flaps. Demon Hunter could do with some more races at some point, law rules aside. Yeah, it'd be nice if they can get to the point where, you know, anybody can be anybody. It's 2023 after all, right? Surely a Demon Hunter can identify as a Draenei or a Blood Elf if they want to. Who's to say otherwise? You're going to be opening boxes again on your way to Christmas? We will have an advent calendar, I'm sure. It has been requested. The 1 chip challenge? I like me some spicy food, but I'm not sure I want to do the 1 chip challenge, to be honest. I mean, maybe set a sub goal at some point, possibly, but I'm not overly open to personal torture for monetary gain. Although everybody has a price, right? We can vote on that. Hey, if you as a community come together and pay to see my demise, then we can talk. We can talk numbers. What I wish I could do, though, is find some treasure chests. Oh, hello. Who are you? Oh, that's one of the statue ones. This is a one-time treasure. Let's get the one-time treasures out of the way. Because otherwise they're going to plague me every time I come around here. How do we do this one? Statue of the Ashen Panther. We need to find a... I vaguely remember what we're doing here. We have to go the scenic route, I believe. Which mark is it you need? I guess we'll find out. The challenge has been controversial because some participants have required medical attention. Well, yeah, if you're going to eat a chip with, like, violently hot chili pepper on it, then you're just asking for problems, right? I think it's Panther Boy I need for this one. I mean, it is Statue of the Ashen Panther, so it makes sense, right? Oh, hang on, not down there. Give me the loots. Nice. Branch of Ashmane. Okay, we'd already collected that, but if nothing else, it gets that stupid treasure off my map, so it doesn't distract me every time we do a lap. Oh, I would also want to point out, you know, I think it was somebody who was saying that Zanzibar was talking about some of the transmog in this new zone. This two-handed sword, Arctic Warden's Greatsword, which is a Super Bloom award. That thing is crazy cool. I'm not even a transmog kind of dude, but that is a big dick sword. That's very fancy. And this was just I don't know whether it was well, ATT seems to think I got this from the Super Bloom. I can't remember where I got it from, but I mean that's pretty fancy. I like that. I like that a lot. It doesn't fit the rest of my outfit, but I don't mog anything. I can't be bothered, but I did think that was a very cool weapon appearance. Oh, was that a blue seed? It's only 40 seconds left. We'll hang about on this one. We'll hang about. I'll tell you what I'll do. Even better than that, especially since we got Super Bloom in a minute. I'm going to take a quick toilet break. I'll be back in 2 minutes, boys and girls. Well, it's officially winter, boys and girls. Unless, of course, you live in Team Australia, but it's officially winter. I looked outside and it's snowing. I think it's time to get the big coat out. It's time to get the proper shoes out. It's officially winter. Snow? Yeah, in Finland, yeah. Still in my shorts? Hey, calm down with that craziness. Long gone shorts weather. What do you do with a dilated time capsule again? You can cash it in for a piece of mog at the vendor nearby. At the moment, you can actually cash it in for a piece of mog or buy a piece and upgrade it to 450. That's what I thought. She wants pods, not capsules. It's a Rift reward, not a Dream Surge reward. Wrong vendor. You gonna give me your treasure yet? No, still not gonna give me the... now you're gonna give me the treasure. Yoink. Boom! Big dream seed. Love that. Random ash tree in my way. Don't love that.
We will need the help of the ancients to repel these forces. Guide them in battle.
Right. Dream seed it up. Dream seed it up. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Somebody's going to yoink it with a... not... Oh, dear. I wanted to do an epic one. All right, you lot do your thing. Somebody put an epic one anyway. Happy. Oh, wait, hang on. Capsules are vendor trash now? I think they changed the currency? Oh. With 10.2, these are completely worthless. You can't buy anything off She Everbreeze for Mog or later. Gold exchange, just delete. The new Time Rift gear currency is dilated time pod. Oh! Oh! Well, that I didn't know then. I apologise. I didn't realise that. That's a odd choice. Swapping around currencies for seemingly no reason. 20 degrees outside, it's why porous walls are the norm in Portuguese construction. Yeah, if it's 20 degrees outside, that's fair. We can probably just do this world quest while we're waiting for this, can't we? Where's Bramble Birch? Here he is. What were these buttons? Accelerate growth, increasing movement speed, restoring health, and routing nearby enemies. Summon Fey dragons to charge forward, attacking all nearby enemies. Inflict damage to all enemies in front of you. Okay, just in other words, just mash buttons until everything's dead. It's not that deep. Just kill, kill, kill. Yeah, that seems to be the plan with this one. Inflict violence. Bloom's up. Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, we'll head over to the bloom after this then. Grab the seed we've just planted. Head over to the bloom. What, we're 60% of this. This won't take more than a minute. Do you have a TSM WoW Classic guide? Not really. I don't play Classic, unfortunately. And wasn't going to start just to do a TSM thing. Realistically, though, if you've used TSM in retail, it's not too different. The concept is still the same. Put stuff in groups, assign operation to things in groups. The only slight changes with Classic is that you've got the old school sort of like listing quantities, stack sizes, that sort of stuff. There's a little bit more options there, but for the most part, it's the same. I do actually think I should get around to doing a revised TSM guide, actually. It's been a long time since I published my TSM guides. And while I think most of the information in them is still fine, they were recorded with my old microphone, which, looking back on it now, was absolute trash. Easily one of my best investments was a new microphone. All I need to do now is fix the echo in this room and it'll be spot on. Right. Give me the mount. 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 Illusionary adornment. Okay, well that'll do. Not strictly what I was expecting, but that'll do. Illusionary adornment dream. Where's it gone? This one. Temporarily imbue shoulders with the illusion of a dream for 40 minutes. Won't be doing that. Right, let's go do the dream. Super bloom, sorry. Oh no, a rare's spawned as well. Can we do the rare fast enough that I can also get back and do the bloom? Surely we can. That's got to be a thing, right? Curious, how much did you spend on your chair? I'm thinking investing in a good chair, given I sit down for way too long. This is just some IKEA trash. It's not even very good. Don't buy it. One of the things on my list of future purchases is a much better office chair, because yes, I also agree with you. When you sit down for a long period of time, it is of great value to you to get a good ergonomic chair. Just do not get one of the dog shit gaming chairs. Yeah, those things. Like, buy a proper, ergonomic office chair. Those things are going to be much, much, much better. Much better. 424 hand guardian pauldrons. I would sell those if they weren't a nice chunky upgrade for me. Yoink. Second-hand office surplus. Got one that retails for 2k for only 350 bucks. Yeah, you can often get like, is it Herman Miller? Like, you can get some of the really fancy, usually very, very expensive office chairs, like remarkably cheap. Businesses that have gone out of, bankruptcy, auctions, this sort of stuff. You can pick up that stuff without too much difficulty. In the UK, that sort of thing shouldn't be too hard to find. Most towns or major cities will have like office clear out sale events and stuff like that, so. Hey, there we go, there's another one. That's 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as they say. 1 to go. 1 to go. Admittedly, the 1 to go is the aspect one, the one I really would kind of quite like to get my hands on, but let's go get us some super bloom powers, actually. Where did we start? Where's the powers going to be? Around here somewhere. You. I wonder if this is an account-wide thing. Don't know. My old job uses Herman Miller. Didn't appreciate how good they are until I started doing work from home and also changed job. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things on your list that it kind of can be quite painful to spend a big chunk of money on it because you're like, fuck, it's just a chair. But then again, like your shoes, like your mattress, like your pillow, you know, you realize that you actually spend a vast quantity of your time using this piece of furniture. It's probably one of the more worthwhile things to spend money on, realistically.
One must always return to the Monday.
Always make sure you have good shoes and a good pillow / mattress. $2K for chair sounds like a lot until you start getting back pain on a €300 chair. Well, yeah, exactly. You start needing to go to chiropractor or something on the occasion, and then all of a sudden that 2K can disappear before you've blinked. I mean, like I said, I'm not the best advocate for this because this is just some crappy IKEA chair, but at the moment, unfortunately, I don't have a spare 2K to spend on a chair. This is more of my problem. But I do understand the value in doing it. I mean, from a work from home perspective, if you work for a company, you know, you're semi-justified in, you know, asking for it to be paid for. A good example is my wife obviously works from home as well, and we recently got her company to pay for a bunch of networking stuff for the house because, you know, she works from home. It's a little bit difficult to work from home if we don't have solid Wi-Fi through the house. So we were like, well, they didn't cover the cost of all of it, but they, you know, they aided. It was about €400 of networking equipment, and they paid for over 2/3 of it. So, you know, no harm in asking. You'd be surprised, most companies, that if they have a lot of companies, I'd imagine, if they've embraced the work from home thing, it's all budgeted in as an expense, you know. Okay, everybody now needs a sufficient laptop. There's, you know, a budget for X, Y, and Z. As long as you don't work for a complete scam artist. Not a single other person doing the super blooms on my server. I expected it to be quiet, but not this soon. You might just be unlucky that you're on a quiet shard. But that said, I do think that the life expectancy of this zone is very short. I suspect this place is going to be very quiet next week. Very quiet. People will turn up early week. Well, next week it might still be okay because we've got the anniversary event, right? So there'll be lots of people leveling up alts and maybe gearing up alts and that sort of stuff. Maybe people finishing off their renown. But once people hit renown 20, legitimately, this zone is going to die on its ass very fast. Don't get a wife, get a good office chair instead. I don't know, I can, as a married man, I can't advocate for that, but...
Was that a snore? I heard a snore. Stay
Even on a
away.
quiet shard, it's awful for the game if this happens on patch week. And see, Blizzard also knew that this was gonna happen, because there's actually a buff if you end up being one of the only people doing the Super Bloom. You get like a massive power buff, so that you still just slap through things. They've made it so that they bring you up. They bring you up in power rather than bringing the power of everything down. They felt that that feels a little bit more natural. A good wife would gift you an office chair. Hey, now we're thinking. I don't think I can ask Santa for a €2,000 office chair though. This is one of the downsides of working for yourself. Yeah, it's great and all, you know, business expenses, tax write-offs, that sort of thing, but you still have to make the money in the first place. And unfortunately, one of the things that you tend to struggle in the content creation scene is revenue. Revenue is more of your problem. Once you can fix your revenue problem, you're absolutely golden, but at my scale, revenue is still a core concern, meaning you do try and keep your expenses down. I remember my mum buying Dad a championship snooker table back in the day. I doubt a 2K chair is out of the question. Sounds like I need to get to know your mum and dad. Are they open to adoption? I'd be adopted for the right price. I'd sell my soul for that kind of money. Are they in an open arrangement? Yeah, forget the adoption. You get the adoption side of it. Not open to adoption. Open relationship? Change your name to the real Manthieus. Brother from another mother. Right, this thing better give me my last recipe. Is it the aspect one I'm missing? I think it's not going to show me in combat, is it? No, of course it's not. I think it's the aspect one I'm missing. The big one, the important one. The double Dracothist stack resourcefulness one. Lariat incoming? No. On the wrong character for the Lariat. I do kind of like Ret Paladin at the moment. It's just utter ridiculous. This is what I think I like about it. It's just an ungodly level of ridiculous. Just randomly swinging a sword and everything dies. Hey, there's our epic bag. Now, what would be better than an epic bag? An epic recipe drop. Yes, come on game. Don't fail me now. Although I might need to stretch this out for more content today. I don't know. Do you know about any timers for the rare spawns? I don't think they are strictly timed. At least I don't think they're on a rotation. All I know with a lot of the rares is that they're like the major rares, the elite rares. Not all of them are up every day. But I don't think outside of that there's too much of a strict time to them. At least not from what I've seen so far. I think they've tried to take the focus off chain killing rares being the gameplay loop a little bit with this zone. Which might be why they've chosen to untimify the rares a bit. I'm sure there's something behind the scenes, but I'm sure it's not a totally random time, but... Okay, come on. Epic recipe time. Epic recipe time. Do it. Do it. Oh, never lucky. Never lucky. Should I not have... didn't I get the achievement? Shouldn't I have then had a quest with... What? Hang on. Much confused. If I got the achievement, Super Duper Bloom, complete a Super Bloom. Oh, at epic quality. Maybe I'd done one before, but not at epic quality. Damn, never lucky. Stupid game. Okay. No streamer luck anymore. No, unfortunately not. I seem to have cashed out on my streamer luck way too early in the week. Unfortunately. I can't even see the benefit in the buff doing this event with a few people. Buff gives like 50% more contribution points. That's like nothing compared to 50 people doing it. I mean, it helps. You might be right. It might not necessarily give you everything you want, but what pattern you after? Inscription. I'm currently hunting down my final enchanting recipe. That's what I'm actually trying to get my hands on. I still need the Enchanted Aspect Streaming Crest, which frustratingly is actually the one that I kind of want the most, because this is the one that people will be more seeking, I suspect. Let's fly around and try and find some treasures, I guess, then. Plant some seeds at the same time. No harm in doing such. One of you, one of you. Oh, you're only here for a minute. Let's hang fire if this is only a minute. Took me 2 days to farm through nuts. Well, we actually got 2 off rares earlier today. We've got 2 out of the 3 already quite quickly. I really shouldn't have left this till the last day, to be honest, but sometimes you do smart things and sometimes you don't. Right, go on. Give me something good. Nope. Nope. Let's be on our way. I want to try and hit the ones on the outer edge, maybe where seeds aren't. They're treasures that are less likely to have been picked up by somebody else. Although I don't seem to be finding the, I don't seem to be stumbling across the stage 2 seeds, which is odd, because I thought that was an account-wide unlock. When you hit, what is it, Renown 12? I don't particularly want to do the full rep grind to do this, but... a dream seed cache. Don't mind if I do. Chop frack coming through. You'll have your time. How you doing, Zan? Welcome in. Good, very early morning to you. Vendor for the seeds is on the island where the intro quests for seeds were. Yeah, up here-ish. Let's throw a big seed in this, why not? Guild members are wanting to start at 9 AM ST, so I've got to wake up at somewhere between 2 to 4 AM my time to be able to keep up. I still don't understand why you're raiding on EU schedule. I know you have your EU account, but that's just like, I don't know. I'm a night owl, but what I am not good at is getting up early. See, if that was the case, I would much rather just stay up all night and then sleep during the day. Like fully hibernate like a bear. just go full on into night mode. That would be the only way I'd be able to do that. Looks like I might have to film this one myself. Let's give it a minute. I've put my own epic seed in this, so I might actually stick around and see what happens with this one. Is it not then? Is it not the case that this... Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's the one that gives you new treasures? I thought it was Renown 12. The hell? Where the hell's that gone? It was 11. Bountiful pets, dragon oil supplies. Maybe it is an account-wide thing then? Does it just show us a general buff or something now? Odd. It must be an account-wide thing. It must be why it doesn't show. Purple Dream Seeds is Renown 20 on my... Yeah. Well, the Renown 20 gives you the account-wide unlock of... being able to purchase seeds for Dragon Ale supplies, which is going to chunk through your Dragon Ale supplies if you have them, but also vastly cut down on the amount of farming of seeds you might need to do. It's not actually as powerful as I think it sounds, you know, because farming Dragon Ale supplies is far more difficult, in my opinion. Damn. No dice. I guess the easiest way to keep ourselves busy and to find treasures is to not look for them, right? It's that whole theory of a watched... What's the phrase? A watched pot never boils or something? If we just go and keep ourselves busy, we'll accidentally find treasures, and we'll get the recipe that way, I reckon.
How may I help? Farewell. Good luck, friend.
Oh, where's the unawakened echo? That's a fancy treasure. That has a greater chance for stuff in it. That's this one. See? Told you. See? Randomly run around and you might stumble across treasures that you otherwise would have missed. Damn, never lucky. Renown 5 though. GG. How do you get past Renown 10? I hit 10 on an alt, and then I leveled on my main, and so I had the 100% rep boost up to 10, which meant I was able to slingshot my main to 14 quite comfortably without too much struggle. And that's without any like aggressive seed farming. Winter's Vale's going to have a dragon saddle again. Another 50k, another 50k random transmog to annoy people with. That's quite funny. Do you reckon Grumpus will fly? They'll give Grumpus dynamic flight. So you kept the 2,500 renown boost and used it right before renown 10. No, you get the passive account-wide 100% rep bonus. So you just do everything in the zone. You clear the zone again on your main character after you've got to 10 on an alt already. And you'll end up being at renown 5, 6, 7, something like that. Then when you use all of your rep tokens, you'll just have a much... it'll just push you much further.
Well, be careful. Del Madras.
In theory, if when you get a character to 20, then it gets really quick to level up alts. But my goal wasn't to... my goal was just to try and min-max the rep gains in this first week a little bit. An optimization I didn't do was if you... There are some people out there that have saved all of their rep tokens and will use their rep tokens on Thursday when we get the 19% buff from the anniversary event. I didn't do that, but I think this reset should give us a campaign chapter, or maybe even 2, I can't quite remember, meaning we should get a couple of renown levels quite easily just from this reset anyway. Now, I don't particularly need to get 20 super duper mega fast for any particular reason. I just wanted to limit the amount of time I would need to spend farming renown generally. How did you get one character to 10? I only managed to get to 9 after clearing everything. There is definitely 10 levels worth of experience to be had. One thing that I was utilizing was the 10% buff from the Darkmoon Fair. Obviously 9 is achievable without the Darkmoon Fair buff, without being human for the racial buff. But with either the Darkmoon Fair buff or the human racial, you should be able to get to 10. One thing to check is that there is lots of side quests that don't naturally show on your map, which lead to a rep token at the end of them, and some of them are were very easy to miss. On the first day, you also got 250 rep each seed over and over before they nerfed it. I got to 10 without any seed shenanigans in any way, shape, or form. I'd barely done any seeds, to be honest. They were hot fixing and changing things all day. Literally on an hourly basis, they were changing stuff, which was quite weird to see, to be honest. Surprised you didn't use Zygors for the full zone complete. Yeah, I didn't actually think about even using Zygors much for it. I don't necessarily always expect Zygors to be like 100% perfect day one, so I tend to use it a little bit more passively through the patch, just to make sure I've cleaned out everything. Like this quest, for example, it's super easy to miss this quest, and this actually leads to a big rep token at the end. Getting renowned for the new rep's quite easy if you didn't use any of the gotcha mechanics. Yeah, getting to 10 the first day was not too difficult. Either be a human or keep the Darkmoon Fair up and you're absolutely fine. I've done every quest and plenty of seeds for just rank 8.
What is it you seek?
Well, the honest answer there is that you've still missed something then, because there's enough experience to get to renown 10. Don't forget some of the treasures also give reputation. The problem is I can't easily tell you what it is you've missed.
Embrace hope. Treasure the gift you have been given.
PvP quest as well was also good for 1,000 reputation. That was a bit of a sneaky one.
Time may pass, but the dream is eternal.
Yeah, the Tamer's weak aura is quite good at showing you what's still available in the zone, and it might help you find some of those quests that you don't have. I don't have the weak aura switched on right now, but oh god, look how many variations of Tamer's weak aura I've got here. I legit don't know which is the right one here now. I'm going to assume it's that one. So see, this week aura shows you a bunch of the quest lines that you can still do, how much rep they hold. Campaign progress is also another thing. You want to make sure you've done all, what is it, all 4? There's 4 chapters of the campaign you can, in theory, do this week. I also managed, for reference, I managed to hit Renown 10 on my main character without doing a full sweep of world quests either. The only world quests I did were the world quests in the new zone. If you do all of the world quests on the map in their entirety, there's probably another 1,000 rep that you can get from there. It all adds up, of course, but there should be more than enough to get to Renown 10. Then you switch over to your main character and use the bonus, 100% bonus for the first 10 renowns to do it all again. And you'll slingshot yourself to about renown 14, 15 in most cases. That was the trick anyway. That was the trick to legitimately gaining a renown advantage this week, outside of any shenanigans. It's okay, you can exploit not copper band, just a slight rollback. Well, yeah, we've gone into that enough today. I've definitely shared my opinion on that one. Now where else are we going? Hang on, what's this? That's the one, care package. I guess it's similar to mine. Should have been banned suspensions for exploiters no matter. Yeah, it's I don't see any reason why it wasn't at the very least 7-day bans, if not 30-day bans. I cannot see the justification for anything other than bans, because not only are you exploiting, but in many cases, people were actively advertising the exploit as well, which is double worse. Advertising an exploit in and of itself should be, you know, it should have been a ban by itself, on top of whatever suspension is deemed fit for actually exploiting in the first place. To get a tiny little rollback, to not have the 200% buff removed from your account, meaning you can ultimately log on the next day, go, oh shit, this character's level 8. Oh well, I'll level up this alt then instead. I'll level up this other character I've already got. Because it's not like these guys don't have 12 different alts all relatively geared up, ready to go anyway. And with the 200% rep buff, they just clean the zone again, and they're probably already up to renown 18 again. And they'll log on tomorrow, do the weekly GG well played, back to 20 again. It's like nothing had ever happened. It's a bit of a poor show, if I'm honest, from Blizzard on that regard. I'll give them some credit that at least they're doing something, because they could have just denied all knowledge and done absolutely nothing. But a slight little rollback is pretty pathetic.
I have care packages we need delivered to the great sun mounds. All life is worth saving.
My long slumber has ended.
It's not a deterrent from stopping them doing it again. No, the problem is if you're too light-handed with this sort of stuff, all it actually does is showcase to the masses that exploiting early and exploiting often is the right thing to do. Because if they showcase that the repercussions for doing such are so little, then what's the reason for people to not do it in the future? It's not a good look.
Night embrace you, mortal.
But yeah, like I said, we've gone over this 3 or 4 times today. What are we doing here? Lingering Torments Lane. What? Hang on. Oh, it's this one.
The fires used by our enemies have driven many wave striders and lashers.
What? Why is he?
Protect our
What?
shores from the violence.
This isn't right. He's meant to aggro us. What's going on here? Have we broken something? Oh, no. Hello. There we go. He's alive. Generally, this expansion, I think, for me, I mean, there have been expansions in the past that were pretty bad for exploits and bugs and that sort of stuff. But I think overall, Dragonflight for me has been one of the worst expansions for bugs and exploits. Now, not only has it had a lot of bugs and exploits, I also don't feel that there's been any repercussions realistically for anybody using them, which is a real shame because it just paints a terrible picture.
I am bound to both the dream and the moonless night.
I mean, literally from day one, you lose count of just how many exploits there have been in this expansion.
The cycle must be preserved.
And the sheer lack of bans that have gone out for any of these is quite worrying, honestly. In theory, I should probably wait and use these in a day or two, but right, we need to find one more treasure. Oh, well, no, that's a lie. We need to find many more treasures, but I need to find one more recipe. This claims there's treasure around here. I don't believe it. It's a lie. Doesn't matter if it gives you an advantage or not. Game breaking is game. Yeah. The severity of the enforcement of the rule should be based upon how aggressively you broke the rule, not what the impact of you breaking that rule was. That's the wrong way to police stuff. Right? It shouldn't matter how much of an impact it causes to other players or anything along those lines, you know. If you accidentally stumbled across an exploit and did it a couple of times just to clarify that it was an exploit, that's not bannable in any way, shape or form. If you then go on as far as to report it and, take action to make sure that it's removed from the game, then you've done your due diligence in that regard and you're fine, right? But the other extreme of that is finding out an exploit, keeping it relatively secret, then having the audacity to stream yourself doing it to quite literally thousands of people advertising said exploit. One of which is so blatantly clearly an exploit that you'd be mental to assume anything otherwise. To be as flippant as to have like copy pastors in your chat laughing about the fact that you know you won't get banned for this. Like there are so many. Look, the examples are ridiculous. I'm ranting though. I'm ranting. You've got me going on this again. I thought I'd forgotten about this, but I clearly hadn't. Remember the alchemy cooldown bug and people getting banned or whatever for it? Yeah, some actions do go out generally, but not to the degree that I think they should. Rollbacks for this kind of thing is an absolute joke. You should come back to your account after 30 days to find out that you've been rolled back. You shouldn't be able to log in the next day and just go, oh, I just need to do it again on an alt then, and I'll be fine. Evokers are going to start at level 10 for the pre-patch. Yeah, we've we saw that at BlizzCon, that there was the starting screen. No, was it the BlizzCon? Was it the deep dive even? I think it was addressed in the deep dive that they'll start at level 10. Kind of means that if you want a cheeky evoker, you should probably level it now, to be honest. you should probably get it leveled now, because you're going to start, what is it, like 57 or 56 or something, or whatever it is. Get it done before pre-patch at least, anyway. This anniversary event may not necessarily be a bad time to level 1 if you haven't already. Leveling's super fast now as it is. Damn. Never getting anything interesting out of these. This last recipe is going to be the bane of my life today, isn't it, until I get it. Evoker's still capped 1 per server. I believe so. But I haven't even made 1, so I'm probably not the right person to ask. Somebody in chat will know for sure. I couldn't move 10 yards without stumbling across nuts the other day. Why can I not find a single one today? I had nuts all up in my grill. Now nothing. Just confirmed, can't create a second one on the same server. I already have one. Okay. Yeah, I assume that's probably the case. It makes sense. They've implemented that sort of stuff before. Otherwise, people would just have 50 of them because they all start at high level. That's the trade-off. You can have one, but it starts at a higher level. When they go down to 10, though, that's when I think they should open the floodgates and let you have as many of them as you want. Because there's no reason for a restriction, I don't think, then. I don't actually have that many dewdrops, look. Wow. I didn't realise I was going to be semi-capped on dewdrops. Oh, got it to 51 at least, though. Okay. Maybe let's kill a few things. What's the point of doing this on alts? I'm half fishing for the final enchanting recipe, so I'm just doing everything I can really in the zone. I've got 2 off rares. I know they drop from treasures. It's been confirmed that you can also get them from the super bloom, so I'm just kind of doing things in the zone. Plus, seeds on alts is more chances at the pets and the mounts, so which is what I'd like to get all of them eventually. I need an emerald bloom, actually. That's always a good way to get some dewdrops very quickly. I've not seen one on the map for a while. Maybe I missed them. Okay, we'll come back to this one in a minute. Let's go grab this one that's finished. I only realised yesterday you can get seed loot deterministically with the seed blooms, so that's what I'm doing before reset. I assume it's a weekly quest. Yeah, it is, yeah. You get, at the moment, you get 1 seed bloom per week, which obviously there's a big old list of things you can collect with that appearance-wise. Mostly Mog, but obviously some of the pets and the mounts and stuff are available via there as well. So yeah, if you do nothing else on your alts, it might be worth to just plant a few seeds, get your seed bloom each week. If you're trying to chip away at collecting all the stuff. Hey, like that, for example. Yoink. Dustite. He's quite cool looking. He's quite cool. I'm almost done with the seed bloom items already. Got about 20 of them left. I mean, if you've got enough characters, you can just cycle through it pretty aggressively and get most of it. I know there are people out there with an ungodly amount of level 70s nowadays, so it doesn't surprise me that people can get it done real quick.
Good luck, friend. Be careful.
Oh, I was talking about an Emerald Frenzy like literally 3 minutes ago. Let's go and do the frenzy. Hang on, this doesn't feel like the frenzy. This is the world quest. Something's gone terribly wrong here. I've Been led astray. Come back to you in a minute. Whoa, holy, something in there hits hard. I forget I'm not running as pro at the moment, you know. I'm so used to being like borderline indestructible on a paladin. Because I mostly play protection paladin. But when I go ret, I remember just how squishy I should be. What ret build am I using? Oh, God knows. Probably default starter build or something. I don't mess around with talents too much. I certainly don't optimize builds. It doesn't matter for world content, honestly, for the most part, because everything scales anyway. I'm more casual than I care to admit sometimes. There we go, beautiful. Can anything good drop from the laden nuts? Well, I'm actually looking for those, since the one thing that they can drop, there's a few dragon mogs that you can get from them. Obviously they're great for like flight stones and stuff if you are running low on those for upgrading your gear. The one thing I would like to find them for though is they hold the my final enchanting recipe. Or they have a chance to drop my final enchanting recipe. I seem to be struggling to find any on my map though. If I can't get this last recipe after this next super bloom, which starts in a minute, we might try a different approach, or I might try and cycle through my characters to get some of the seed bloom stuff. Because thinking about it, that is a smart move. That's one of the major time gating aspects of this zone. If you want to be collecting all the things. Which one are you planting? Please be a basic one. Don't be purple. Don't be purple. Don't be purple. Don't be purple. Flipping purple. God damn. Well, I can contribute something to it, but I haven't got a seed to put in it. Is it the Whelpling Crest you're after? No, the Aspect one, unfortunately. The good one. It's the final one I'm missing. Dream Infusion, don't mind if I do.
Find your own trail. Walk gently on the earth.
Do we need this one still? I do need this one still. Yoink.
Wander where you will.
Ta-da! Took me forever to get all three. Yeah, I got two without too much difficulty this morning. This third one is causing me some grief. I don't think I've used Life Surger before. Right, before this gets too deep, Quick break for 2 minutes, boys and girls. Back in 2.
Insects everywhere. Shoo them away, or they will decimate the leaves.
Right. Where's Mr. Super Bloom fella gone? Let's roll. Didn't somebody say there was a portal to the Emerald Dream from Valdrakken? Yeah, it is exactly here. Just next to the Great Vault. On the map, at least. I got 2 from one nut, then trying to stop getting the other ones. Damn. You used up all of your luck in one go. Ha! Slept like a log. I see what you did there.
Greetings, young
Got 2 out of 3, gave up farming the 3rd. See, now that seems to be a bit of a common concept, you know. I really hope that there's not some weird shenanigans going on there, that getting the first 2 is easy business and the 3rd one's a pain in the ass. I got my first 2 from rares, though. I've not had a single one from a treasure. Well, I've only had 2, so I guess you know that, right? We have a Danish term where we say we slept like a stone. I guess that also makes sense. Yeah, sleeping like a stone seems to make a lot more sense than slept like a log, but... We, You gotta remember, most English phrases are probably actually stolen from somebody else in the first place. We're good like that. We're good at stealing things and then claiming they're our own. We did that with entire countries once upon a time. Not our finest moment in history, but... Wonder if people will list the new recipes for gold caps. I don't know. I think the fact that actually looking at a couple of the new recipes, I think the LFR is going to give people access to one of them. I think it's the Jewel Crafters one, Dream Tender's Charm or something. I think that drops from the very first boss, which means that that one might be quite a lot more common. The other couple of recipes that drop from the raid are a bit deeper in, which might mean they end up either being a touch rarer, or people will charge more for them. But who knows? We have, where's the adventure journal gone? We Yeah, Dream Tender's Charm drops from the first one. Gains stacking critical strike while above 70% health. Also adds unique equipped embellish 2. Antler Fragment. Antler Fragment. Dreaming Essence. Yeah, that one might not be too difficult to get our hands on, just simply because it can drop off the first boss. Verdant Conduit for leatherworking drops off the 4th boss, so that's going to be outside of LFR's reach. The Weapon Enchant drops off the 5th boss. Verdant Tether drops off the 6th boss for tailors. The Flourishing Dream Helm for blacksmiths drops off the penultimate boss. And of course, there's no recipes from Farak, but his Drake appearance thingy.
Once I fell asleep in the misty realms, the flutter of fairy dreams. They were quite refreshing.
The moment they all suck, Verdant Tether might be okay, but that's it. Yeah, they've not had much love, actually, from the class guide writers, which could hamper their performance. Because, you know, people who are going to pay big bucks for that sort of thing are going to likely be also ahead of the curve in terms of their class knowledge and stuff as well. And if they know that the new ones are not great, then... yeah, who knows? Who knows? The tailoring ones bind on pickup. Eh? Is it really? Oh yeah. Rip tailors. Okay, that's an interesting one. The patterns bind on pickup. Good spot. I wonder if that's just a tooltip thing. Verdant Conduit is not. That one is also not. Good spot. Means you're going to have to be a tailor and in the raid to get it. Well, I'm glad I'm not a tailor main. Because that basically means I won't get it. I think that might be a tooltip thing, though. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be bind on pickup. It might be an oversight from the PTR, possibly. And it makes it funny if it is bind on pickup, but with the direction that Blizzard have gone with these, that feels kind of like a bug, if I'm honest. Had 3 alts, full tailoring, rank 5 tools, and artisan's metal. Yeah, I would still keep hope that you might be able to get that. Might be able to buy that recipe. Or get yourself into the raid. You never know. There'll be plenty of pugs going on for it, I'd imagine. Even if you're not part of a guild. Don't know how far you'll get, but surely normal should be within reach of anybody that wants to pug it, right? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you'd be able to see reasonable success pugging heroic even. It's mythic where it became, you know, the challenges, I think, nowadays. Or maybe I'm vastly overestimating the pug community, I don't know. Maybe it's to counter the people with 20 tailoring ults and 10k metal. I don't think Blizzard are that bothered, honestly. Jewel crafting one. Stacking crit above 70% will be the most popular. I mean, that's the one that at face value just looks the best, right? I don't know about how Sims do Sim stuff, but if you were just casually looking at them, you'd be like, okay, well, I don't plan on taking damage, and you know, it means I should stay above 70% heal. So in theory, I should have stacking crit. It just looks the best one from from the outside. Whether it Sims to be good or not is not my speciality, but I'm a dual crafter leatherworker main though, so the tailoring, not having access to the tailoring one doesn't bother me too much if it does end up being bind on pickup, and I'll probably get the dual crafting and leatherworking one just to see, and if it works it works, if it doesn't then well, it doesn't. And who knows, we might pick up the weapon enchant if I feel adventurous as well.
Life may be fragile, but it is resilient.
Do you recommend to buy the recipes as soon as they're on the auction house, even if the price is too high? Or wait 1 or 2 days until the prices go down a bit? You see, this is the problem, right? What price is too high? Can you put a price on being the first to market? Let me put it to you this way. In patch 10.1, I was the first person in the EU to be selling the shadow leg armor things, leatherworking ones. I was the first person in the EU to be making those, and I made about 10 million gold in about 2 days. So if you're willing to wait 2 days before even buying the recipe, you carry on. Now, the scenario there is different because the leg armor was in high demand. These new embellishments are not, that it's not exactly apples again. You're not comparing apples on apples here. But this is not something that somebody else can answer for you. You have to decide, right? If you see the pattern on your realm, you have to decide: is it too much or is it not? That's a value proposition that only you can make. And the more you pay, the longer it's going to be until or the more profit you're going to have to make by crafting and selling those before you break even. And it's only after you've covered the cost of the recipe can you start actually genuinely making gold. So that's where the expertise comes in with this one. You got to make that choice yourself. I'm lurking on this one because it's an epic seed. I wouldn't normally lurk, but an epic seed, I want to pick it up, make sure it doesn't bug out. There'd be nothing worse than getting a cache bug out on you with a mount in it. Right. Give me the goods. 5 flight stones? 5 flight stones from an epic cache. Purple seed scam yet again. Agreed. Big agree. Damn game. Okay. I'm not having much luck finding these treasure nuts either. Which is a frustration. I was really hoping I'd be able to get all 3 of these without too much issues today. I might need to just randomly fly around the map 20 times and try and find some treasures. Because I think I've even killed the rares for today. I don't think there's going to be any more rares that are going to spawn for me. I'm also not convinced, you know, that this this treasure thing's completely account-wide. Or if it is, I don't know if my character's balked. Is it handy notes for the treasure nuts? Yeah, handy notes has got the option to turn them on or off. But only the basic ones so far, not the bonus ones. If you unlock those, the lament, what? I don't know what they're called. Right, well, there's a rare around here somewhere. Where are you? Let's kill you. Go on, you'll give me what? You'll give me the pattern, won't you? Incoming pattern, I feel it. Okay, Mog. Take a piece of Mog. It's better than a kick in the teeth. Pretty sure I have an auction house bot I'm competing against, or somebody really good at undercutting every 5 minutes, all day, every day. This, I mean, could be. Although this is absolute prime auction house season, so I'd if you go 5 minutes without being undercut, I think that's a miracle, to be honest, at this time of the year, or this time in a patch. You'll you know, five seconds is good going nowadays, it feels. Henry Snufftail. Don't forget, all commodity items are region wide, so you're competing against absolutely everybody in the entire region. And now if you're posting any like armor, anything like that, if you play on a busy server, you are just going to have lots of competition. Lots and lots of competition. Okay, I really seem to be having absolutely zero luck finding any of these. Even the obscure, out-of-the-way ones seem to just not be a thing for some reason. I don't think I've found one of these nuts in ages.
We need delivered to the great Sumnals.
There is no way this one specifically is being farmed by, like, people. And that's in the middle of the sea. Okay. How are we doing, Hayley? Welcome in. Good morning. Has this actually got a cache here? No, that's bugged. Ah, where's all my streamer luck? Where is all my streamer luck? It's not our day. Nope. The nuts do not show up on your alt's map. Only the character you did the grind with. Is that a confirmed thing? Do you actually need to physically check if the nut is there or not? Is that a known bug? Okay. Well, that could be a discerning reason to why I've not found any for a long time. I'm on an alt and I can get them. I know when another person collects it, it disappears off the map. You can still get them, they just don't show on your map. Oh. Okay, that's a game oh! Look! Well, it's here, but it doesn't ping my... Oh! Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, that makes the whole nut farming game significantly more problematic, doesn't it? Well, well, well. Oh, that's long if I'm gonna have to check for every single flipping one. That's long enough for me to probably say nope to that one until that gets fixed. Why are you farming the nuts? They're a known location for my last enchanting recipe. Okay. Well. I mean, that kind of does make sense to why we found so few of them. Like here, look. Wow. Now I know. I tell you what, the list of bugs in this patch is crazy. It's almost like Blizzard don't have a PTR. Haha, there it is. No. That's a shadow. Damn you, game. Is it a bug in the add-on or the game? In the game, because it should show, it should ping a treasure box icon on your minimap. It's got nothing to do with an add-on. An add-on just looks for those and then tells you that it's found one. I don't know if that one's meant to be up on that branch or not. Minimap isn't an add-on, it's DLC. For the low, low price of $2.99. $2.99.99. You can get a fully functioning minimap. Is a new computer desk or barbecue still on the cards for a cheeky Xmas present? Santa is more than happy to bring me whatever Santa likes. Although neither of those two things you forementioned have been purchased. So if Santa's listening. Chairs have also been added to the list as of today, yeah. Herman Miller office chair. Hope Santa's got a big bank account this year. Oh, these are going to be very difficult to look for unless you know exactly where they are because of elevation. Elevation is going to make these a right pain. Some of them are hiding up in trees and all sorts of stuff. Even if it's there. Nope. No, this is going to be too much like hard work, I think, trying to look for these without any sort of ping or mini-map note or anything. Boys and girls, I think I might leave it there. I'm getting a bit hungry, you know. And also, tomorrow's going to be a big day. Tomorrow's a busy day. So I might take it a touch easier today. I almost didn't stream today. I thought about putting a little YouTube video together today and calling it a day. But the likelihood is tomorrow we'll be streaming most of the day. We'll probably do a double stream situation tomorrow since it's a big day. We'll see what goes. We got reset so we can get some more reputation. We got some new goal making opportunities opening up for us. It'll be interesting to see just what the traction is like on some of these new embellishments. If people are able to get their hands on the recipes nice and easily. Loads to do, loads of things to play with. So, yeah, come say hi over in the Discord if you're not there already. Give the video a like if you're watching over on YouTube. Make sure to hit that follow button if you're here on Twitch. Appreciate you all. Tomorrow, actually, an interesting thing to point out. Tomorrow we have the camel drop. The Dotty goes away. Today is your last day to get Dotty. That's changing out to the camel mount tomorrow. So if you haven't got that, come do some lurking, if nothing else. I appreciate it all. But boys and girls, have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day. And I will see you when the race to world first begins. In a bit. Peace.